Okay. Alright. So, finally, it's working again! Yay! Okay, if you're one of the people who joined number 7, well, the first attempt at number 7, then my apologies, I done fucked up. And yeah, stuff happened, and that's why I had to end it prematurely, and my first attempt will not be visible again. My first attempt at number 7. Anyways, let me just share this on Tumblr. I'm gonna try to do it as quickly as possible. Okay, let me just mention the great people who unfortunately had to leave this, who were caught up in this mess. Okay. Okay, that's okay. The announcement has been announced, or well, the announcement has been announced. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Anyways, let me now get to YouTube again so I can start watching my own stream once again. This is a bit awkward. Okay, Ocelot is back. Hey, we're back. Yes, we're back. We're back. Fortunately. Okay, yeah. This was a bit awkward. Anyways, yeah. Like I said, we're going to slave this set, Parsimonious, 5 gold rings. Yeah, it's a pretty nice set, six vases, and you can put plants in them, etc. And unfortunately they're not slaved, and with a vase with free recolors, then yeah, it kind of makes sense to slave them. Somebody joined the live chat. Diana Helen. I'm here too. Well, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're going to have fun. Okay, anyways, I already cracked it open. There are 6 vases. This is the, well, this is 122706. I'm not quite sure which size it is, but anyways. It does this very nice plumb up texture, etc. Generally, it's a very nice vase. So, as always with slaving, the first thing we want to do is just copy the text, the TXMT information, which is in the shape. We want to copy that. And we also want to copy the subset name. Like this. Okay, let me just copy this again. Always keep your information in a little document. Now, because I really love the quarter tile sheet, I want to see if it's enabled. I don't know, but I'm changing it to 35. Ooh, it's a very expensive vase, as you can see. 3800. Ooh. TS design mode enabled? It's enabled. That's great. And we're just going to modify the master vase. This medium vase is going to be the master, so we'll just put master here. And here, master mesh, don't delete. Okay, so that's the first thing. We prepped our master. So now it's time for number 2. This is the small vase. So we're already on the catalog description, so we'll just call this one slave. And I like to put my credits here. Slave by. This is a fairly modern vase. I don't know where my mouse went. I'm confused. Slave by Fireflower. At fireflower sims.tumblr.com. Okay, anyways, so with slaving, there's the same texture, so we can just delete this thing, we don't need it. And we'll just copy this over, like this. Okay, yeah, I copied it over. It was 706, and the other one was... Huh, weird, I don't... Okay, gold rings phase 1, and I didn't copy that over. Once again, deleting the emmet, deleting the txmt, because those are all referring to textures, a texture that we deleted, and we don't want those remnants here. So this is a text list of 2 nodes. We want one with 3 right now, because we need to add TS materials mesh name. So delta list extension. The subset name is already correctly spelled, sculpture China face design, so TS materials mesh name, and we'll add a string. Add this one minus the design. The design is a texture thing. We just want the crest, just the model name. Okay. Sculpture China face design. You gotta love those long subset names. Anyways, I committed this. Yes, I think I did. It's always good to check, double check, triple check. Okay, so this is all done. So we just fix integrity, save, and then we can start working on number 3. Number 3. So delete. Changing the sale. Okay, Ocelot has a question. Changing the sale price value in the OBGD. What does that do? Does it enable the object for quarter tile placement? Exactly, that's what it does. Some values in the sale price are, well, they won't enable it for quarter tile. One of the values that is bound to work, that always works for quarter tile, is changing the sale price to 30.35 in decimal. So that's what I like to do. So if you want to quarter tile enable something, you just go to the OBGD, to roll data, and to number 2, catalog price, and line 22. And change whatever values in there to 35, and it should be quarter tile enabled. Okay, continuing slaving. So again, we gotta add a node here to enable it. Always enable the node, otherwise it won't really be slave. Otherwise it won't pick up things. TS materials mesh name. Be sure not to misspell that. String. Sculpture China face design. Commit. Catalog description. This is the mini face. So I'll just put slave here so we know it's a slaved mesh. Okay, put the credits down there. Okay, this is only one language, the English, so we don't have to delete languages. Don't ever delete languages with default food, by the way. Making default food is a pain if your game isn't in English, because oftentimes they remedy the so-called useless langs, or they say default language only. Which means that if you have a non-English game, that suddenly half your food menu, half your fridge menu is in English. Which is pretty annoying, it pisses me off. I had to fix it for myself. Anyways, deleting that. Gold rings phase 4. All those mentions are just going to be changed to 1, 3 here. TS materials mesh name. Not float, we want a string. Gotta delete the design. We want the crescent here, not the TXMT. But the TXMT is made out of the crest and then a little suffix with the TXMT name. Or something like that. Anyway, sculpture, China, face, design. You gotta love objects with a sculpture, China face, design, subset. Okay, yeah. Catalog description. Slave by fire. Okay. Saving it. Did I? Yeah, I made it quarter tile enabled. Quarter tile enabled it. And fix integrity, save, and opening. Phase number 5. Ooh, new message. Jane Langerak says, I'm back. Glad you got the stream fixed. Yeah, I'm glad too. Things happened and I had to end the stream prematurely. But yeah, I did my best to get a alternative stream up, so you know, it could still come through. So still slaving the golden rings phases from Parsimonious, these ones, and yeah, we're on phase number 5 right now. There are 6 phases, so yeah, it's been going well. It's really one of those relaxing slaving projects. The ones that you just do to relax. Kind of the Simpy equivalent of sitting on a beach, sipping on a drink. And just watching people do beach stuff. TS materials mesh name, string, add. Gotta remove the design suffix. Oh, the subset is called sculpture China face design, not design. Sculpture China face design. Yep. Sculpture China face design. Damn you, Maxis, with your long subset names or nonsensical ones like Gwop, the Goblin King, Gwop, the square Goblin King of squareness. Okay. Okay, yeah. Save it. And fix integrity. Save it again. And now for the last phase. Phase number 6. Nope, I don't want to add anything. I just want to delete this. I just like to work my way up the list. Because if you delete it, or clone it accidentally, it immediately puts that on the bottom of the list, so it's convenient. GMD. Enabled 1, aka yes. Index 3. Data list extension. Sometimes I accidentally add directional light, so sometimes I just have to delete that. So we don't want our faces to light up, we want them to be slaved. String. And sculpture China face design. Sculpture China face design. Okay, and now to change the description of the tiny baby. Slave saved by fireflower at fireflowsims.tumblr.com. Okay, commit, save, tools, fix integrity, and save. Ocelot says, there's nothing to prevent the creator from naming the subset something sensible like face, as opposed to OFMG, this is a long subset name underscore face. I mean, that's not Maxis's fault. Yeah, that's true. The reason that I could do that, but the reason I'm not doing it is because there are already recolors for this face. And I don't want to mess with those. I mean, last week, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week I did some treehouse pillars, and in that case I did rename the subset name from, I don't know what it was called. It was rather nonsensical. It didn't make sense for tree, but I called it something like wood or bark. But that's because it was my creation and not someone else's creation. I like to mess with those as little as possible. But anyways, the set has been slaved. 5 gold rings. And, you know, now you don't need all the recolors for phase 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You just need the recolors for phase 1 to be able to recolor phase 1 to 6. So yeah, this is a nice and relaxing slaving project. So there are also a couple of other interesting things. Well, Parsimonious is filled to the brim with interesting things. And one of the ones that I actually kind of like is Shiny Things ink. As you can see, there's a bit of a similar motif to the 5 gold rings. That's one here. With the plumbobs. You know, it's just a simple, plain thing made out of metal with a plumbob. Ocelot says Parsimonious has some cool stuff. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's an old site, but it's still so good. I mean, this one was created in 2007, and it's still very high quality for today's standards. It's like ultimate Maxis match, but even for realistic or semi-realistic games, they still got some very cool stuff. Oh, like this apothecary. Peak Sims 1 in energy. Let's see. Ooh, this is the Pirate Bay. The Pirate Bay has already been slaved, I think. So we don't need to do that. That's the apothecary again. Ooh, the Alancia stuff. Oh yeah, that's a good one. This is a very good one to do, I think. I'm not quite sure how many subsets there are, considering one of them is a counter. And counters can be a bit bitchy. Okay. Oh, it's already repositoried. Huh. See, this is the repository icon on Parsimonious. So we don't need to actually fix these, because they're already done. Oh, pleasant surprise. I just noticed when, you know, I'm watching the live stream from the corner of my eyes on my phone. I'm scrolling like crazy. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, here. I think there's one here. Studies. I'm not quite sure. Okay, this is Ox and Rose here. Noguchi, hobbies. Noguchi, hobbies, caramel. Lunatic. It's pretty cool. Everything is cool and Parsimonious. Yeah. No. It's a very cool table lamp, this thing. It's like a little chemical burner thing. Jane Langerak says, I've always been a fan of the Winterwood sets. And Diana Heelan says, oh yeah, the Winterwood stuff is great. I totally agree with you. It's really good. I wonder if anyone has pickled it, because I think it's already been slaved by a fees, but I'm not quite sure if anyone has pickled it yet. But the lunatic. It kind of looks like a thing that could be slaved. I was actually hunting down another Concepto Gaia. This one. Oh, it's so lovely. I really want to slave this. Oswald says their clothes are a bit hit and miss, but the objects are beautiful. Yeah. The clothings, you know, they're interesting. They're certainly interesting, but it just depends on what kind of interesting you're interested in, you know? Ooh, Marshback, fancy. And Terce. Oh, this one looks lovely. This one looks like a prime target for slaving. Like, look at it. Just looks like a 2 subset thing. Or even 1 subset thing. I mean, with the books, I suppose I can let the books just be unrecolorable. But just 1 glass subset and 1 metal subset. Bookcase, desk, coffee table, shelf, EP bookcase. Nice, EP bookcase. Huh, so it's only been updated till free time. So I suppose I can actually update this for apartment life. I've done it before. Let's see, okay. 5 gold rings. Let me just put this in a nice folder. 5 gold rings. The finished stuff, not the stuff that's kind of, you know, became useless with the slaving. So all the other recolors, they'll get deleted. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. Of course, it's still open, so it doesn't want to move. Poor thing. Okay, here is my little archive. Need to go to study. And I want Terce. Or Ters or whatever. I want the school set here. So let me just copy this. And extract it. And this one can go somewhere else. There's a shelf, there's a study bookcase, free time. Ooh! Apartment life, nice. Okay. Okay, yeah, I want this one really. Okay, here we go. Okay, it seems it already has 1 subset, or everything has been slaved. No. It seems to only have 1 subset, this set. It's kind of weird, but okay, I'll take it. Because it doesn't seem to be slaved. Okay. So what shall be the master? I kind of want to go for a desk for once, instead of a chair. Normally I would do a chair, but... Okay. This is our green. There's glass and there's chair. Oh, this is called desk. We'll need to rename this in the other subsets. It's also glass. For some reason it says it's recolorable, but it doesn't really seem to be recolorable. Ooh! It's reflection kitchen high contrast M cube. So I really wonder. Let me just try to make a recolor of the desk. Because I really want to know what's happening with this glass subset. It might take a bit to load. It likes to take its sweet time when recoloring things. Okay. Unfortunately, Simpy is one of those programs where you can't just go on the internet and watch a cute cat video. while waiting for it to load, because then it will just freeze and refuse to load altogether. So unfortunately, yeah, we'll have to suck it up and keep watching this boring ass screen for a bit. Ah, finally. Okay, we'll just call this test track. Not equals. I want the other one, the one that won't cause extra load. Okay, so both show up. And the TXMT. Okay, so you can recolor the glass, but it's kind of handled. It's handled in here. Reflection, kitchen, high contrast, nth cube. So I suppose that you can kind of do things with it. Anyways, it's confusing. It's very, very confusing. But theoretically, it could be possible to add a texture to this, so you can have things like frosted glass. So that might be something for future live stream, to keep fixing up this thing. But let's just first do the slaving. Categorized properties. Yeah. Yeah, here's the texture name. Reflection, kitchen, high contrast, contrast, nth cube. Yeah. I think it thinks that there's supposed to be a texture name, but there's no texture name. Poor thing. Oh wait, I think, yeah, this is the desk green, not the glass. This is the glass. This one, it doesn't think there's a texture whatsoever. That's why you would recolor it. Oh, sure. Oh yeah, here. Div coef. Yeah, that was also a lot, by the way. Yeah, here you can determine the color of the glass. But anyways, I suppose we'll take the desk as our master mesh. And we'll just include, and we'll have two subsets called desk and glass. So we need to copy this one over to our little document, class. Okay. And my earbuds are getting a bit tangled up for some reason. Bit annoying. Just fix it. I'm not even using them right now. Guess I'm just used to them. Slot says, if you want to link it to a texture, you would have to add a few lines in properties. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite familiar with the process. Okay, but anyways, these are recolorable, so let's just change this. So it's a master object. We don't need to put master in the name, we just... It's just nice to have it clear for users. Jane Langreich says, that's really interesting. I had no idea glass color was handled like that. Yeah, I mean there are lots of things, lots of ways in which you can handle glass colors, or well, actually at least two ways. You can do it with a texture that's just partially transparent. You can do that with Photoshop, for example, or you can do it within the TXMT itself and just not involve texture at all. Okay, master mesh. Don't delete. Commit. Save. Open. Okay, so the disk is our master mesh. So let's go to the end table. Okay, we don't want to delete the shadow because the shadows are actually unique. See, this one is more of an end table shadow and the other one has more of a desk shadow. I can actually do this. And this. Desk. Because this subset is named wood. The subset in the end table is called wood. and our master subset is called desk, we'll need to rename a bunch of things, including our mesh part in the GMDC. We'll also need to delete all these mmats, not clone them, as I'm prone to accidentally doing. DS design mode enabled. Here we go. It's called wood and glass, but we'll just call it desk and glass. Now we need yet another one. 1 and 9. Okay. 9. TS data list extension. TS materials mesh name. String. We need 2 of them. We need desk and glass. Commit. GMDC. Glass is okay. We'll just need to rename this to desk. Then slave. Slave. Apply fire. Flower. Fireflower sim. Or sims.tumblr.com. I always use my Tumblr in the description for when I'm doing modern objects, but when I'm doing historical or fantasy objects, I normally just link it to the keep. Just say add pbk, plum of keep. Anyways, fix integrity, save. If you don't fix integrity, chances are it will crash and burn. You don't want that. And now the chair. Oh, gotta love those chairs. Once again, a very nice different shadow, so we're not going to mess around with that. It's also called wood. I think our wood subset, our desk subset in the desk might have been an outlier. But who cares, we can just change it all. OBGD. Sale price. Set it to 35 to Cortata enable it. Don't ask me why that's the way you do it. It would make more sense to do it in the behave, but EA shenanigans, I guess. E-axis. Wood. Make that desk. Oh yeah, we first need to enable this. Enabled 1. Index 5. TS materials mesh name. String. Add the mesh name, say desk. And say glass. And copy, commit, copy, paste, commit, blah blah blah. The works. And rename it here in the GMDC. You do that in groups. Not the default C geometry data container, but groups. And then just change the description. Oh, bumped against the webcam. Okay, my glorified mic. I definitely need a couple of hot drinks after this because my throat is getting a bit tired, and yeah. Oh, today hasn't exactly been a drinking much day, but it can be solved. Ocelot says, fixed integrity links all of the new scenograph resources that you've cloned. If you modify any resource in scenograph, it's best to run a fixed integrity operation before testing the object. Indeed. There have been times that my game has crashed because I didn't fix integrity. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting one. You see, we're not just going to slave this bookcase, we are going to enable it for apartment life. Because you can enable it for... well, I think you can... Just a moment. Yeah, here we go. Interaction table ID. Because you see there's something in the OBGD that you have to do to enable the functions for free time and apartment life. So I have to go to my Apocrypha folder here and open up a bookcase here, because that one has been enabled for apartment life, and we need to see if there's any different things, or if enabling for apartment life is the same as enabling for free time. Anyways, it could very well already be enabled, but I just want to show the differences because this is a pretty handy thing. So here we got the interaction table ID. This is a pretty important thing, if I recall correctly, for enabling things for expansion packs. See, here's the base game. Here's the base game bookcase. And if we look at this, resource crossrefs, section 7, interaction table ID, you see that the number is 1. It's 1. But if we open up the free time enabled one, then you see that it's actually 3 here in the resource crossrefs. So for enabling a bookcase, you have to change this number, so 7 0x0007 interaction table ID. You have to change that from 1 to 3. And that's how we do it. Anyways, in this case it will just mean that we'll have to enable and that we just have to slave 2 bookcases. Anyways, glass, OBGD. Oh, I think I forgot to yeah, forgot the coordinate to enable it. Emmet, TXMT, GMND, DS design mode enabled, change that to disk. Data list extension, gotta add a node here. Oh wait, I already did that. String desk glass. Oh, wait a moment. Oh, I think I did something wrong. I think I forgot to do the desk screen thing, so we'll have to go back and fix this a couple of times. But no worries, we'll fix it. At first, just gotta finish this one. Metal. Desk. Commit. Slave. Oh yeah, EP version. Supports university, open for business, free time and apartment life. Okay, save, object tools, fix integrity, and save again. Wait, okay, we have to go back to disk, because as you can see there was a suffix here called metal instead of desk green, and that will result in blue flashing in the catalog. Like, it will still pick up recolors, etc., but it will just be very annoying blue flashing in the catalog, and we don't want that. So we need to fix that a couple of times. Oh, fuck. Okay. I done fucked up. Oh, wait. Not so fucked up. Good. Anyways, comments. Ocelot says, this would essentially tell the object which global bookcase T-tab to display when the sim interacts with the object. yeah, I think that's what it does. And you know, it's pretty handy because it doesn't take a shitload of effort to update things for Apartment Life, for example. So that's one thing that's kind of nice with eAccess. So it would have also been nice if it just didn't require any changes at all, but you know, they gotta keep things challenging. Okay, the base game bookcase. So we just say desk. There, remove this. Bam. I'm not going to test in this live stream because, you know, glorious lag will happen and it's pretty annoying. And there will be buffering and freezing and all sorts of unpleasantness, so unfortunately no testing right now, but I will release this set and many others. I really haven't been the most active with taking preview pictures and editing preview pictures, writing descriptions, etc. in the last couple of weeks. Sometimes real life just gets in the way. TS materials mesh name, string, add, make sure that there's no TXMT suffix in there, it should just be the crest. Desk, glass, good. And renaming it. If you don't rename this metal to desk, then the metal subject, then the subset will just be invisible because it's saying subset. What subset? There's no references to the subset, so why do you think that I would display this subset? There's no references to it. Commit, save, object tools, sex integrity, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. There's the shelves, Apartment Life, these are shiftable. Ooh, look, it's lightwood. Shelf and glass. Of course, this needs to be renamed to desk, because it's a desk, not glass. Well, it's desk, not a shelf, whatever. Ooh, look. Multiple ones. So you just... Okay, this is delete OpenGD. Anyways, I'll just do it in both. Oh wow, this is new. Oh, okay, wait. Oh yeah, the lightwood was the metal parts. TS design mode enabled. Desk. TS data, C data list extension. Enabled one number 9. TS materials mesh name. String. Desk. Glass. Commit. Now for the mesh, glass can stay. Desk, shelf needs to be renamed to desk. And now for the catalog description. Slave. Okay. Save, object tools, fix integrity. Okay, save, and that's that. This set should have been slaved now. It should be slaved now. So we got shelves, got a bookcase, got a nice bookcase, a nice Apartment Life, free time, whatever bookcase. Shelf, chair, coffee table, desk. It's actually called an end table. in the file name. Or am I mistaken? Huh, it says end table, but here it says it's a coffee table. Well, let's figure that out, shall we? Because now I'm curious. OBGD. Ooh, it's a coffee table, but it says here it's an end table. Well, I suppose it's the coffee table to end all coffee tables. It's a lovely looking set. It does look like it would be a pain to clean, but it does look rather lovely. Okay. So... okay. So we now did 2 sets. We did the terse, whatever, and the golden rings. Basically in about 1 hour. Oh, I think I accidentally downloaded the coffee table. Handy. We can still do our... okay, Ocelot says, are the slots enabled on the top shelf of the desk? We can check, I suppose. Let me just check it. Desk. There it is. Okay, slot file. There are 2 slot files. I see many routing slots, and I see a bunch of container slots. I also see 1 container slot right here. Text list. No, I think it was model bones. Yeah, I think they're enabled. I mean, there are multiple slots here, so I think they might be enabled, and otherwise, you know, sort of things with the slots and stuff. Edit blocks, crest hierarchy. Okay, here it is. Yeah, deco slot 1, deco slot 2, 3, 4. It looks like it's enabled. Yep. Ocelot says they appear to be enabled. Yep. Appears to me like they're enabled too. I would kill for a grilled cheese sandwich right now, but unfortunately I don't have a magical grilled cheese machine next to me, so very unfortunate. Study, shopping, lighting, pets, build, kitchen, lighting, kitcheners, decoration, dining, bathroom, living room, bedroom, new modded objects. Whew! So much good stuff and so much choice. You're paralyzed. It's like my collection of tea. I also get paralyzed when I see that. I suppose we can check out the shiny ink. Of course, I kind of have something against counters, mainly that they can be they're a damn pain in the ass to fix. But we can take a look at it. Parsimonious. Okay. I want a new folder. Cheers. Okay, the test rack can also go in there. And this one can go outside the folder. And this one can be unpacked here. Yep, counter islands. Okay, there seems to be a counter island here. White, 0 anim. No anim, so I think this thing is animated. The default one. I'm not quite sure what kind of animation it is, but there seems to be an animation. Odd. Anyways, what it does tell me is is that this thing is recolorable, that the recolors are probably that the counter is probably properly made, so that there shouldn't be any weird shenanigans happening with any recolors done for this counter working for all the slaved objects but not the counter itself, because that's a problem with the tea shop, which I have to reclone at some point. Not looking forward to that very much. Okay. Okay. Well, let me crack this thing open. Let's see if they're animated, because we can see that in the texture. I mean, not the texture, the other thing. Okay, here's the glass top. I see an animation here. I think this is an animation. I mean, here it's difficult to see because it's a 512 by 2 texture. You can probably export this. Yeah, we want to export this. I just want to crack this thing open in Paint. Paint, please. And okay, the percentage we want to turn. Let's just do this one 10,000. Oh, okay. 500. Okay, yeah. $500. Yeah. So you can see it here. I think the way it's animated is that it starts out white and then it just changes colors all the time. So I think that's what's happening to this counter. I never actually played with it in game, but it's pretty interesting. Anyways, here's a plumb bob, a very nice plumb bob, and a nice marble surface thing. And we can have a TXMT here. It's a glass top that's doing it, I think. Yeah, the glass top is the one that's animated, if anything is animated. So how do you see if it's animated? Well, we see it here. STD mat, texture, coord, anim mode. You see, here it says tile. It's a tile. Also things like animation speed here. But let's look at the plumb bob. This one shouldn't be animated. And here you see that with the STD mat, texture, coord, anim mode, you can see none instead of tile. So that's kind of how you see it, whether it's animated or not. At the glass top, plumb and the counter finish. And it appears that the glass top and the counter finish are recolorable. Let me just use, yeah, here. Don't underestimate the power of Clean Installer. You can actually see things like the names of files, and you can look at the textures. Okay, shop counter. So this is our animated texture. Here's a plumb bob, and here's the counter display, blah blah blah. Okay, so it looks like these are definitely slavable, very slavable. Shop shelving unit, same. So we're just going to slave that. Ocelot says, that's a really interesting material. The glass slowly fades from one color to the next. Yep. It's pretty interesting. Oh, you can actually see it here. Like, here you see it, like, to the right you can see a little bit of pink, and then to the left there's more of an aqua color. I think that's the effect. Okay. But, you know, let's get to it. So we want the glass top and the counter finish. So there are two. There's the island and west and the untagged shape. Counter 00, blah blah blah. Anyways, the references are the same, so we'll just copy one of these. Okay. Glass top. Plumb bob. No, plumb bob. and counter finish. Big subset name. Oh well, I mean big name, not subset name. The subset name itself isn't that big. Plumbop. Plumbop, plumbop. Okay. Yeah, not going to mess around with this one. So this is a counter island, where you don't need the lamp. We need the shelving corner units. Ooh, look. Here we got the display shelf, we got a plumbop, and the glass. So, okay. I think the most logical one to copy is the counter finish, because it's a seriously long name. I mean, counter loft, underscore, counter finish, underscore, yellow wood, underscore, clean. That's pretty long. So this one will replace the surface subset. And we just need to rename this to counter finish. Okay, so this is underscore glass top. So this one also needs to be glass top. Plumbop. Yeah. Okay. There we go. These ones have been deleted. We need glass top and counter finish to be recolorable. Glass top. Counter finish. TS design mode enabled. Come on, glass top. Counter finish. Edit blocks. See data list extension. TS materials. Mesh name. Add string. Counter finish. Glass top. Plumbop. Okay. Oh. Commit. Oh wait. Did I actually add? Okay, yeah, I forgot to add a block to the index. If you don't add block number 8, then it won't read block number 8. And therefore it won't really be properly slaved. Slave by flyer at flower sims.tumblr.com. Okay, there we go. Save. Object tools, fixed integrity. We got one texture, one TXMT, and we got the GMVC, GMND, shape and cross. Looks okay. Okay, corner unit and the int unit, which is the shop shelving unit. Okay. Slave. Okay, plumbop, class top. Just checking, double checking, triple checking, always check. This one doesn't seem to have the thing. The color changing material. Okay, glass. Commit. Wait, glass top. It needs to be glass top, not glass. Yeah, stupid typos like these will make your object invisible or make it start flashing blue in the catalog, so you always gotta be aware of what you're doing. Gloss, red gloss, gloss, surface. This one needs to be counter finish. I'm checking the shape after this. Enabled 1. The number of the block is not 666. For that is a human number. No, it's 8, for that is the number in our index. String. We got counter finish and glass top. Oh wait, it doesn't have a plumb up, or it doesn't have the plumb up. I'm not sure what it has and what it doesn't. I'm very much confused. Sometimes it just happens. Okay, it only has surface and glass. Yeah, counter finish. Now it has counter finish. Finish. And glass top. That's committed. Counter finish, glass top. Sure. Object tools, fix integrity, update, save. Just in case. Did I do everything right on GMDC? GMND. Keep messing them up. Counter finish, glass. Okay, yeah, here's a mistake. Glass top. Otherwise the glass wouldn't be recolorable. So fixing integrity again and saving. Just in case. I'm also checking this one. Triple checking, double checking, triple checking, much checking to be done. GMND. Glass top, plumb up, glass top, counter finish. Good. Counter finish, glass top. Okay, this one has been correctly done. Shelving unit! Yay! Yet another one. Then there's a pedestal, and then I think we slaved what can be slaved to this to that specific master mesh. Glass, plumb up, surface, red gloss. Surface will turn into counter finish. Not counter finish. Okay, the plumb up doesn't need to be changed. Glass top. Glass. Plumb up. Okay. Oh wait, I said glass instead of glass top. And now I said glass up. Nope, it's just glass top. Okay, rule data 35. Commit. If you commit things while on rule view, let me show you what happens, because this is why I always change the catalog sort instead of staying on rule view when I commit. Okay, let's press commit. Oh wait, I need to change something. Change this to 12. Commit. See, it turns white. So I always change the catalog sort, because then this doesn't happen. 35, commit. Okay. Delete GMND, TS design mode enabled. Glass top. Counter finish. Not key counter finish. See delta list extension. Object graph node. 1, 8. We go to number 8. Say TS materials, mesh name. You gotta be sure to spell it right. Even the capitalization has to be correct, because otherwise it won't work. SimPE delights in messing things up because of stupid mistakes. Tiny mistakes will mess up your objects. Glass top. Plum. Bob. Bob the plum. And okay, yep, that's done. Now for the renaming, plum up doesn't need to be renamed. Glass to glass top. And surface to counter finish. Commit. Catalog description. Slave. Yeah, description change, save, object tools, fix integrity, update, okay, save. Okay, now just the pedestal. Glass, plumb bob, and pedestal. Okay. Okay. Come on. Glass top. Pedestal will turn into counter finish. Glass top. Plumb bob. Okay. MBGD 35. Commit. Emmet, please. Pedestal, plumb bob, glass. GMND, TS design mode enabled, counter finish. Glass top. Oh. Oh, okay, this one already had 8, but that just means that we have to add a 9th. TS materials, mesh name, string. Whoa. Counter finish. Not counter inish. Glass top. And plumb bob. Pedestal counter finish. Glass top. Commit. Slave. Okay, save again, fix integrity, okay, now just check this shape, okay, counter finish. Okay, so I think this one is done, just in case. I'm going to do this again, yeah, like this. So the shop counter is the master, I didn't change the name, but if everything has been done right, then if we click on the slave, any of the slave meshes, then there won't be a texture showing up. I don't see any texture showing up, do you? Here, you do. Look, there's our 3. So, let's see, the incised table lamp. We can actually partially slave the table lamp, not this table lamp, we'll need to remap that. But this table lamp can actually be slaved this possibly as well, to the shop counter. But we're not slaving any lamps right now. Lamps are a pain to slave. But the tiny table lamps can definitely be slaved to each other. I mean, they're basically identical aside from the colorful thingies. But not doing that today. Because I think it's time to end the stream. My hot drink has gotten cold. And yeah, my throat is itching for some hydration. And we slaved no less than 3 sets. Well, 2.5 more like. So we slaved this thing, or at least the counters and the displays. We slaved these golden ring vases. And we slaved this very nice office set. This study set. So yeah, okay, last comment. Ocelot says, when I do lamps, I only slave the base texture. Yep, it's basically my policy as well. If it changes states, not slaving that. Oh, I think I put my phone on a bunch of tea bags, so it might be a bit smelly now, but it's not the worst smell to have. Okay, but anyways, I think I'm ending this stream. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you were one of the people unfortunate enough to watch my first attempt at this, yeah, I'm sorry, but I still hope you enjoyed it. This stream, attempt number 2. Yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. And yeah, have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever it is where you're at, my dear squirrel chasers. I hope to see you next week. Bye!